Hello YouTube and welcome to our kitchen. I'm Lee and behind the camera I have my lovely girlfriend Lonnie, and this is going to be one of our first YouTube videos. Today we prepared for you some fish tacos, both on corn and flour tortilla, along with a nice creamy coleslaw and also with Pico de Gallo. This is going to be the first of our many YouTube videos. We're going to take old classics and put spins on them the way that we like them, and also create our own dishes. Okay, and feel free to comment below with any recipes or any ideas that you may have that you may like to see us cook or try. Also, don't forget to like, rate, and subscribe to our channel so that we can continue to grow. And if you would like to learn how I made these fish tacos, then go ahead and keep watching this video, and thank you for watching. Okay, so we're going to combine all this in one bowl here. Take any mixing bowl that you have. We're going to pour the cabbage in. Also going to pour the carrots in. And if anything's stuck, you just use your rubber spatula here. Get all that out of there. And I'm going to go ahead and use the other side, and I'm going to get the sour cream out. Making a little mess here, but it's alright. Then we're going to get your mayonnaise. Okay, so now that that's complete, I'm going to take my sugar, put my sugar in, my ground mustard, and last, the celery salt. We're going to generously mix this together until it's nice and creamy. And there's many different ways you can make coleslaw. This is your basic ingredients. You can add pepper if you like. You can also, it's another recipe with vinegar if you want to try that. You can also try light products as well too. You can get light sour cream or light mayo. I'm just using regular today. So I'm just tossing this until it's generously coated on all sides, as you can see. So there you have it. Like I said, if you want yours a little creamier than that, you can always up the recipe. More mayo, more sour cream. If not, if this is good enough for you, then that's prepared. You can take this and set it in the refrigerator and let it cool while you're preparing the rest of your food. You're going to make some fresh Pico de Gallo. You got about a half a cup of fresh Roma tomato. You got one whole lime, about a fourth a cup of diced red onion, and about a couple tablespoons of cilantro. So what you want to do is you want to mix it all in your bowl here. I'm going to take the tomatoes. I'm going to take the onions and the cilantro. I'm going to take the lime, and you can either squeeze it with your hand like so, but if it's hard to squeeze kind of like this one is, or you want to get more juice in there, go ahead and use your lime squeezer or lemon squeezer. And I'm only going to use about half of this one because that's all you need. Salt, just for taste, and I use the nice coarse sea salt. That's what I prefer to use over just regular granulated salt. I'm just going to sprinkle that in there generously. And then take your spoon and mix it till it's all mixed together. Get all those flavors mixed in there together. You want to get the salt mixed in with the lime. You want to get so that you get a nice taste in every bite. And I didn't put jalapenos in this one. You can add it to jalapenos if you want to. If you wanted have a little spice, but okay. So right now we're going to prepare our beer batter for our fresh fish. As you can see here, the fish I have about 8 cuts of mahi-mahi that we're going to prepare. So we got our flour here, and what you need to do is take your sifter and you put it over your mixing bowl. You're just going to kind of sift it down, get all the big chunks out of there. Cups of flour right here that you will need to produce your batter. So that's nice and smooth now. So from there, you have your 1 egg. You need about 1 tablespoon of salt. And you need about, I'd say about a 1/4 or a tablespoonful of coconut oil that I'm preparing instead of regular oil. So we're going to go ahead and crack the egg in here. Add my salt. And once again, I'm using kosher salt or sea salt. And I'm going to add my coconut oil. And you want to make sure that you melt your coconut oil down a little bit. For those of you that use it, you know it comes in a solid form, so you need to melt it down for your batter. Make sure you get it all out of here. And once again, you don't have to use coconut oil. This is just something I use because I'm trying to be semi-healthy. You can use regular oil or whatever you like. Then we're going to add our last ingredient, which is about, let's say about 1 1/4 cup of beer. I don't really drink beer. I chose Bud Light. You can choose whatever beer you like, or just choose any generic beer that you're saying that you're choosing. We're going to open that. We got our measuring cup here. We're going to pour about 1 cup and a 1/4. First you have to let the bubbles go down. So that's about 1 1/4 cups right there. You can see that. We're going to pour it here in our batter. Pour it a little slow. Alright, so that's nice and mixed there. I'm going to go ahead and use my whisk. And also while I'm mixing this, I've got my own house seasoning that I prepared that I'm going to put on the fish as well. And I add that to the batter as well for flavor. And you can use whatever seasoning you like. Like I said, this is my own house seasoning that I like on my fish and in my batter. It's all purpose, so I can use it for fish, I can use it for chicken, anything that I decide to fry. I'll fry it later on 375 heating up while we're preparing the batter here. I'm going to just continue stirring this. Once the beer batter is done, you should kind of have a consistency of something like this, maybe like a pancake, kind of like a pancake consistency. Side, I'm going to take my fish here. Like I said, I have about 8 pieces or so of the mahi-mahi. Go ahead and spread this out on my plate here. And like I said, I'm going to use my house seasoning on this as well for extra flavor. Okay. So there you go. You got your fish ready. You got your beer batter ready. All we have to do is wait for our fryer later to heat up, and we can go ahead and prepare that and drop it in there, and we'll pick our fish taco. So I have my freshly made corn tortillas from my local grocery store, H-E-B. And also we have our fresh flour tortillas, and they're made fresh daily, as I said, from our local store, H-E-B. So I'm going to turn on my fire here. I'm going to have it on about between medium and high, about medium high. We're just going to warm these up here for your tacos. You can, like I said, you can choose flour or you can use corn, whichever one you want to choose. I prefer corn. It tastes a little better, it brings out the flavor in your fish taco. So we're just going to wait for this to heat up. And you can just use your hand if you want to. Just put it in there and let it heat up. Like I said, these are already pretty much cooked, so you don't have to let it cook too long. Just want to get a little toast on. While that's doing that, we're going to go back over here and check on our fish tacos once again. Okay. So we have our fish here and it's frying, starting to float. I mean, it should be good. Should be a nice golden brown when you take it out.
Doesn't take long to cook.
You don't want to overcook it, so you go ahead and pick it up. You want to go ahead and have your plate lined with some paper towel to catch any grease that's coming off of your fish. And like I said, nice and golden, nice fillets. And there you go. So that's your first round of fillets there. So I'm gonna drop it down once more. I got a couple more pieces here. And always when I put it in, I like to hold it for a second, let it fry, so that when you drop it down, it won't stick to the pan. And we got one more. There you go. Go ahead and cover back up your fire letter once again. And there you go. You should be done with that part. We just have to wait for it to be done, and then we can prepare our fish tacos. So now that everything's prepared, you got your coleslaw, you got your Pico de Gallo, you got your corn and flour tortilla. I'm going to make one of each. And you also have your fish. Like I said, nice and golden brown, ready to go. So you just want to take your tongs. I'm going to put one fish here. And choose this good looking guy right here. It's a pretty big fish taco right there. So I'm going to go ahead and put that there. And you want to just take your coleslaw. Put on there as much as you like. I like it a little bit more. So that's all I want on the corn tortilla. And here you're going to add a little coleslaw. A little bit less than the corn tortilla. And although on this one, I do want a little pico. Like I said, if you want to add jalapeno to your pico because you like a little spice, you can do that as well. Get a little bit more cilantro on there, some onions. And there you go. You have one corn and one flour tortilla, 2 tacos. I'm going to go ahead and taste the corn tortilla. That's good. And that's it. I just got a little bit on my mouth, so I'm going to go ahead and wipe that off. And there you have it. You got your fish tacos made by me, Lee. If you want the recipe, I'll post it on the YouTube video as well. And you have a great day.